Tamera Hazelwood. I would like a bit of assistance. A young man passed, I don't think it was this Saturday, it was last Saturday, weekend ago, was it? A couple of weeks ago. Named Cameron. And there are some unanswered questions concerning it by the looks of it. And to me, I just wondered if anybody could help her daughter and herself there, see what that's about. So it looks as though I suppose under mysterious circumstances where there doesn't seem to be sort of reason why or rhyme or reason to why it happened. We can use the Ouija board, but we alternatively we can use these Konxari cards. When we use Konxari cards, we put the Ouija board away. You could call it Ouija plus, but Ouija with cards if you thought of it that way. And we can contact Cameron with these. Also got these mediumship cards here, which are pre-written messages on each card, and then Cameron will help just manipulate the cards. We shuffle them and then he'll manipulate them. His spirit will manipulate the cards in the combination that he wants, so he can provide I suppose a legible conversation type message. It may not be word for word, might be, but it may not be word for word, but we can paraphrase anything, can't we? Just go by how we feel. With the Konxari cards, I thought, well, just for a change, instead of doing the normal 12 sort of circle of 12, I thought I'd just do 3, like a triangle. It's my own design, really, in the sense of with the triangle. Each card is then connected to one. The one underneath is connected to those two. That one is connected to those two, and that one is connected to those two. If you get what I mean. Anyway, see, that's how I work it out. That's my theory, and it seems to sort of work in the sense of with the sort of clock face or direction. The traditional layout. It's normally recommended, but just I'll say for quickness, although I don't like using that word really, it seems as if we're rushing it and just trying to get it done with, doesn't it? But it just means we can get more done in the time that we've got, because we're going to now see what Cameron has to say. With the Konxari cards, as we shuffle them, we just ask Spirit of Cameron, we ask for your presence. Commune with us, Cameron, through these cards and move among us. Spirit of Cameron, we ask for your presence. Commune with us, Cameron, through these cards and move among us. Spirit of Cameron, we ask for your presence. Commune with us, Cameron, through these cards and move among us. Blessed be to Cameron and all absent friends. And there we just cut the Konxari cards. I said that I was going to do 3, but do you know something? I just might do the traditional, the traditional 12 now. I've changed my mind. I don't know if Cameron wants me to do it there, Cameron, because we have to acknowledge now that Cameron is with us. He's joined us. He's placed his energy there. So So no further ado, I'd like to welcome you, Cameron, to our sitting, and we were going to do 3 cards for you there, in the sense of 1, 2, and then the 3 there, but given that fact, we're going to do it differently. We're going to do it how we should do it, really, I suppose. We're going to do the let me just take my reading glasses off at this point. I can't see with them, I can't see without them. It's a strange thing, isn't it? So let's just see where we go from here. I'll just put these 2 together there just for now, and then we'll just put the cross. I don't know if you can see that there. That's a bit tight, isn't it, that one there? But don't worry, that doesn't matter, and I'll show you why in a moment. As we just deal out these here. Your luck is in here, Cameron. I'm pleased to say. Let me just pop that. I don't know how to pop that at the minute. We've just got all these bits and bobs over here. I've just got my table all cluttered up with bits and bobs, basically. And then the final card goes there for you there, Cameron. That's what you... The reason I'm not too bothered about these being a bit of a mess, because the north, south, east and west cards we take away. So what we do, you can leave them in, because it's a bit of a tight squeeze here, but you can leave them in, but you're not supposed to turn them or see them. You're not supposed to reveal them. So what we do, we just place them underneath the deck like that, and then I suppose you can just look after the deck there, can you? If you want to do that, and then you can see what. And then this is where we can just these 2 here. We can just pull them out there, and make them look a bit more presentable. I don't know if you can quite see all of these cards. You should be able to. If I can see my hand, then you can just about see them there. So we were going to do the 3 cards, and now you can do the whole lot. So there you go. Also remember the mediumship cards as well. We're going to shuffle these and see if we can get a message from him as well. While you're present, Cameron, Spirit of Cameron, we ask if your continual presence that you communicate with us through these cards and move among us. Spirit of Cameron, we ask that you communicate with us through these cards and move among us. Spirit of Cameron, we ask for your continual presence, that you commune with us through these cards and move among us. To provide a message maybe for Tamera there and her daughter. We ask this for the name of truth, right conduct, peace, love and non-violence. Blessed be to Cameron and all absent friends. And we just cut the deck there. So now, just for now, I'm going to pop these just up on top of here. Just a bit out of sight, I think, aren't they? Really, but they're just out of sight. Hard luck, just for now. I promise I won't fix anything there. That would be totally disrespectful for Cameron, wouldn't it, Cameron? There's the deck for the Konxari that we're dealing there, and of course, Cameron, there's a nice cup there full of, I suppose it's lukewarm coffee now, isn't it? Oh, good God. So let's see what's going on now, and we can take a look at what we do. We pull out each card as it was dealt. In this particular case, notice how the cards are sort of laid out in sort of like a compass direction sort of layout there, aren't they? This sort of that just gives it some, maybe if there are certain symbols on there. It usually comprises of keywords, photographs, and symbols, letters and numbers and things like that. So let's pull out the first card. Given the fact that it's in that cross in the middle there, you could say it's a sort of a significant part of the reading, isn't it? So what we're going to do, we're going to flip this card now, nice and slowly here, and we'll just see what that is, and then we'll of course place it back how it was flipped there. But notice you got the drowning, the card drowning. I don't know what this is about, but certainly you said there was a mystery to his passing there. Drowning there, that's it, and the letter W. I don't know. I'm not sort of getting as though that was the cause of this. I mean, it could have been, but I'm sort of getting as though drowning was probably the cause of the death of somebody he loved, somebody he was close to, more than anything, and it affected him in some way. This is what I'm sort of getting from it. I'm going to pull out the next card, and we're going to see what this is about here. Accident. Notice there the card. The accident. Is it accident? Yes, it is, isn't it? Accident. And that's the letter T. So I assume it was. If it were drowning, then it was an accident. But it seems as though, yes, this drowning was the drowning itself was an accident. But I don't sort of sense it anything to do with Cameron, is it, Cameron? It isn't to do with you. It's more something that affected you, an accidental drowning of a friend, or loved one, or something of that nature. And it always seemed to be. It's even on your mind now, it's bothering you now, isn't it, Cameron? Because you have to remember, with these Konxari readings, the Konxari cards do not. This is not a reading for you, Tamera. This isn't a reading for you and your daughter. This is Cameron's reading. Tarot cards and runes and other sort of oracle cards and things work. They are readings for us, but the Konxari cards this is a reading for them, and in this case Cameron, and that's the main thing, isn't it? This is Cameron's reading, really. We're but observers, aren't we, in a way? But Cameron is obviously talking to us through this reading, and this is how we can get this sort of appraisal from it. I want to pull out the next card, which is of course this one here, isn't it? This is the next one that was drawn. I'm going to just flip that card nice and slowly there, and I don't know if you can see that video and the letter A. I think you can you see that there? Video and the letter A. What's this about, this accidental drowning and video? I got a funny feeling as though the person who did drown, who accidentally was drowned, that's on his mind, is on a video in that sense. Maybe it's something that you've kept, but well, I'm thinking it's a she. I don't know. I could be wrong. It could be a male. I don't know. But I'm just sensing it as she, a female. Why I'm sensing that, I don't know. I could be wrong. I mean, obviously 50-50 chances of the female. I suppose you got one chance in three, aren't you? Male, female, or a bloody hairdresser. I think you've got a sense of humour, Cameron, because mine is a bit dry, I think. It is at 3 o'clock in the morning, anyway. But this is what happens when you oversleep, isn't it, I suppose, to some degree. But it's a nice time to do these readings in these sort of ungodly early hours when before the sun rises. I suppose the sun is about to rise here really in about 20 minutes, half an hour or so. Of course, it's the summertime, isn't it? So we've got to catch this before the dawn, haven't we? Really, just to some degree. And this is what I sort of get, as though well, I'm sensing a female. I don't know. That's just what I'm getting from it, and I could be wrong. I suppose to some degree it's irrelevant in the sense it's the fact that it's just somebody who's close to him, and that's more important than, I suppose, the gender or the ID or the identity of the person or whatever, which does help the identity of the person, because it makes us who we are, doesn't it? I want to pull the next card to see if this might. Oh, sorry, move that. Not there. Tell I've got my reading glasses on, can't you? I want to flip this card here. This is the next one that was dealt, and we're going to see what this is all about here. I don't know if you can see that suicide there, with a skull, symbol of a skull, and the letter R. With all these letters and numbers, we can put them in a row a bit later on and see if Cameron has left a hidden message for you there. A bit like an anagram game. It's time to get the pen and paper out and just sit back and put your feet up with a cup of coffee and see what Cameron may have for you. Although I might not be able to pick anything out of it. You might be able to see if there's anything there. And suicide. This is a strange thing, that, isn't it? Although there's an accidental. I sort of got the drowning was an accident. The drowning of this person that Cameron knew. I sort of sense it's a she. I don't know why, what it is, but either way, I gather that's an accident. But the suicide thing, I don't. Unless it's an accident and it was passed off as they said it was suicide and it was an accident, or it was an accident and. The accident said it's suicide, or it was suicide and they passed it off as an accident. I don't know. I don't know. Is one being passed off as another, or it's just strange that those two are together there in the centre, as though the accident next to the suicide there. Was he to cry for help? In a sense. It was an attempted suicide, maybe, and accidentally. But this isn't to do with Cameron. I got a funny feeling as though the suicide part of it's to do with him, but the drowning and the accidental drowning isn't. That's to do with somebody else who's affected, unless he was affected by somebody else's suicide, but he wouldn't. No, that doesn't ring true, does it? Or it does not ring true, but it doesn't sort of, it's not up, does it, that? You can tell I'm trying to think too hard, can't you, Cameron? But we're trying to get your message over here. Whoever it is, though, who maybe either the female figure I'm thinking of who accidentally drowned is on the video, but certainly the one who committed, maybe the one who committed suicide and the one who accidentally drowned is also on the video as well. when you watch the video, you think, well, to think she drowned and he committed suicide or something like that. I don't know. That's strange. We'll just leave that for now, and unless something else comes to mind, which is that's dangerous, that, isn't it? Thinking. I'm going to go. I'm going to now carry on with these 4 here. This is the next card that was drawn. Of course, it would have been the one at the top, but of course we miss out these others here because we pull those cards out of respect for Spirit, out of respect for Cameron, don't we? So we'll just flip this card here, and we'll just see what that is. And suffering. That's not a very nice thing, is it? The letter R, suffering. Let's see where that is linked to. Suffering is sort of between the suicide and the drowning, isn't it? As if Cameron is suffering the effects of that. Yes, we could switch it over and say Cameron accidentally drowned or drowned, it was a suicide. I mean, he's passed off as an accident, whatever, we could say that. But I'm still sort of looking at this other, that Cameron was more affected by somebody else's accidental drowning. Maybe he took his own life. Whatever it is, him and this lady are on the video. You'll see them both together on the video. And Cameron is suffering there, aren't you, Cameron, because of it. It created a lot of suffering, not just in the spirit world, but of course maybe in where we are here in the physical as well. I just want to see what this card is here now, because it would have been that one now, wouldn't it? But we take that one out, as you know, and now it's this one. We'll just flip that over nice and slow there, not to disturb the energy. And that card is never. I don't know what this is about, never, but let's just see. Let's just show you that there, and you've got the 0 and looks like Mars, doesn't it? But it's I don't quite know what that symbol is there. I'm not that clever, you know. Clever, but not that clever. Let's just see, never suicide, never an accident. I'm sort of going around seeing what's connected to what here. Suicide on video. Videos connected to suicide accidentally. The suicide was accidentally caught on video. A drowning. And it's created suffering. We want to know what this card is here. That may have a link there, mightn't it? But either way, the suicide is connected to never an accident, never suicide. Suicide, yes. I don't know what that's about. Never more, quoth the raven. Never again. Never again will this have to happen. I sort of say never again. Never. This will never have to happen again now because I've been released, or I'm suicide. Never. It was never. That's because if he's saying never an accident, never. It was never an accident, you know. Never an accident. The drowning was never an accident. I suffer because this was never an accident. And yeah, I've locked onto the accidental drowning, haven't I? and it's like as if he's saying I suffer because of this suicide, never an accident. Well, I don't know. Honestly, he's getting me, this one. I'm a bit. I'll have to see what the other two cards are. You never know. You never know your luck in that department, Cameron. I just don't know what you're trying to say here. I'm going to flip this card here to see what this is. May give an inkling to what the suffering is all about. And that's for a forest. The angst, the Egyptian angst, that symbol, and the letter A, forest. That's an interesting one, isn't it? Suffering in the forest, or something in the forest, an accident in the forest, or a video of the one who committed suicide and the one who accidentally drowned are connected to the forest. Maybe the video was them in the forest or something, maybe, or near a forest or something, or a place with forest in the name. I honestly don't know. But isn't it a strange thing, that? But this is never here. Never an accident in the forest. It was never that. Never more. I don't know. But certainly the suffering is linked to a forest somewhere. Was he taken to a forest and beaten up or something, or what was this? But that wouldn't indicate suicide, and wouldn't certainly indicate an accident, would it? Unless it went wrong or something, I don't know. But that would be a deliberate thing, so it wouldn't be that, would it? I want to pull out this final card here. I want to see what this is, if you don't mind, to see what is linked to that. And as we can see there, boy, and of course we've got the letter A. Of course, as I said before, the letters and numbers, we can connect them all together, can't we? Here to see what's going on there. But boy, notice there, is that something, a boy playing games or something? I noticed there, although the bricks, I'm looking onto the bricks, what sort of say the bricks that the boy is playing with says the devil, although was the boy perceived as a devil and hated or something, or what? Was Cameron hated, or there's a boy on the video, although it says devil on there. I'm looking onto the evil part of it, not the D off, and I'm looking at the evil part. And evil is actually live spelt backwards, isn't it? That's what it is. And it says if there's evil. He's saying there's evil attached to the drowning. That's why I suffer, because of evil or the devil in this case. But there is a boy involved here. There's a boy involved, and he's connected to this video, of course. It's also in parallel to the never a boy, never. What's that? What does that sort of imply, I wonder? Never a boy. Never. Why is he saying I'll never see my boy? I'll never see my boy. My boy will never grow up. My mind never see my boy grow up. It's as if he would have, if he'd have got married and had kids or whatever, he would have been a boy, and he's saying he'd never see that boy grow up. Why am I thinking that? I don't know. But this is a bit disturbing on the grounds of it's a toss-up of the accidental drowning and the suicide. Is one passed off as the other? Is the accident passed off as suicide? They said it was suicide when it was an accident. Was it a suicide and they passed it off as an accident? The suicide notice is linked to with the drowning. Was it a suicide? It's closer to than that, although that's opposite. What was it? An attempt at suicide, but accidentally it actually took place, and he couldn't save himself or something. He was just attempted to cry for help or something. This is another sort of pathway that I could explore. We could explore that. But never will I see my boy. I suffer in the forest. You will see me. You will hear me there. You will hear me in the forest, see me. More hear me than anything. I don't know if there's a bird that he liked, or if you hear a bird saying his name, and a lot of these mockingbird type sort of blackbirds and things, they mock other animals. And even, we've got one that mocks a mobile phone. That's now that is a bit disturbing, isn't it? But it's that sort of thing, isn't it? They hear a mobile phone, and so they'll sing like one. It's the latest thing in the repertoire, I suppose. A bit weird, wasn't it? But back to this. I want to now focus on these mediumship cards here. Bearing in mind what the Konxari cards have said, I want to just pull out the. We'll just pull out 3 cards there. Just said I'm surrounded by loving animals. Tamera is just saying that. I'm surrounded by loving animals. That's what I want you to know. And I also want you to know that the earth is our school. As if there's a lot of learning to do, wasn't there, Cameron? And this is just part of it, just a lesson in life, isn't it? Life is the lesson, preparing us for the next level, the next spiritual level. He's just saying it's not your fault. I want you to know it's not your fault. Don't blame yourself. It's not your fault. And that's the main thing about all this. Whatever this is that it's locked on to, he's just saying it was not your fault. I'll just quickly, if you don't mind, just gather them up. Mainly because we've got to just gather these cards up here now in the order that they were dealt, and I'll show you why. And then we're going to lay them out in a row, and we're going to see if there's a hidden message or if there's any clue into what this is about. So get your pen and paper, and this is where we go for it. I'll just move the rest of the deck just over there, and then we just got a bit of space here to just show you what's going on there. We've got the letter W, the letter T, the letter A, letter W, T, A, the letter R, the letter R again, another R, there's 2 R's there, a double R, another R, 0, and that's it, just place that there so you can see that. And then another A, we had 2 A's, didn't we, there? And then finally another A. So you got the 3 A's there. Does that mean anything, 3 A's? Is it like a result of an exam or something? Or I was often 3 A's, I used to remember it was something to do with running or sport or something. And you had to win a 3 A's was it 3 A's or 5 A's? I can't remember what it was. Anyway, that's nothing to do with me, is it? It's to do with Cameron. And anyway, if that makes any legible sense to you, then all the best to you there. Hope you can try and fathom out what that might mean. But for now, we will we'll say blessed be to Cameron and all absent friends. Merry did we meet, and merry do we now part, and merry may we meet again. For now, rest in peace, Cameron. Blessed be again to Cameron and all absent friends, for these cards have spoken.